Oh, hello folks. Look what I have here. I have a BIG Berkey water filter and purifier. And so last week on Facebook, I put out a post asking for recommendations about water filters. And I've been using a Brita water filter for I don't know how long. I have one that's probably over 20 years old. But anyway, I thought it was time to upgrade. And so I just sent out a post asking for recommendations. And some people came back with some very complex water filters, reverse osmosis. Some had some of what I was actually looking for, like an under-counter inline water filter. Some people were more, simple. They had the type that maybe sit on top near your faucet. And then there were others that were simply, recommending like Britas and such. But a few people did recommend this, the Berkey. And I've known about Berkeys for quite a while. They're kind of popular with a lot of families, homesteaders, even survivalists. But that's not the reason why I got it. I got it pretty much for home use. And there's a number of models that you can choose from. They go from very small sport Berkeys to large Berkeys to even giant size Berkeys, depending on the size of your family or how many people drink from it. I ended up getting the BIG Berkey, and I just felt that it was kind of in the middle, kind of nice, average size Berkey. And if you look at it, it actually looks pretty big. So I'm going to set this box aside, but I am going to try to assemble this Berkey right before your eyes. So it comes with a number of different pieces. It has these two stainless steel cylinders atop these black strange things, which are actually the filters. And then it comes with a plastic spout, but I got the optional stainless steel spout. And then it has a few other additional pieces to help hold it together. So the first thing that I'm going to do is this is a little knob, and it has a screw that you just slide through here. And I did kind of read the directions, kind of glance through the directions, and it seemed pretty simple. So I'm not going to follow the directions per se. I'm just going to put it together. And so you can tighten that, and you can pretty much just hand tighten it, seems like. So that's the top. The next thing, this is actually the top cylinder, and this is considered the bottom cylinder. And the way it works, well, I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and then we'll show you the way it works. So the next thing is the filters themselves, and these are some of the most important pieces. And the water flows through these, and it goes down to the bottom section. But I'm going to put this spout on first, actually. And I don't know. I got a deal on this. It normally comes with a plastic spout, but they were throwing in this metal spout as part of a deal, and so I picked that up. And I don't know if it makes any difference. Some people don't like the idea of any plastic in contact with their water. So I don't know. The spout was included in the deal that I had, the metal spout, so I thought, why not? So anyway, this spout just goes through this little hole, and then you kind of have some washers, and then you just kind of tighten a nut on the inside, and that's pretty much your spout. And voila, nice little spout. Okay, I can probably tighten it up a little bit more to make sure it's on there properly. That's the bottom section. That's where it holds your water. I think the next thing that I should put on is these little, these are just little plugs, and they just go inside here. And let's see. Yeah, just like that. Tighten this down by hand. So one of the reasons why I got this is because I did want clean drinking water. And this filters out. You can go to their website and see what degree of filter this is, but it's one of the higher degree filters. It's not quite like, you know, reverse osmosis, but I actually want some of the minerals that come in water to stay in my water. That's supposed to be healthy for you, actually. But I want the contaminants out, you know, the chemicals, the chlorine, benzene, things like that. Okay, so this is the actual filter, and it's kind of this black piece, and it looks solid, but it's actually porous. You know, if you've ever seen like lava rock or something like that, I could almost equate it to that. But you can tell that it's actually, you know, there's very fine pores in it. And so this is the filter. And you're supposed to kind of clean these off before you put them in. You're actually supposed to prime these before you start filtering. I'm gonna do my own method of priming, but let's just stick a filter in here. It's the same thing. It has like a little washer, and then just screw. Let's see. These little washers are just, these little nuts are just plastic, so I hope I don't strip them. No, okay, it's on there good. And so basically you just screw this on. And I'll show you what this looks like once I have it cut together. There, that's one filter on. Put this other one. Yeah, you can tell, you know, there's some little fine particulates on the outside of this. Just kind of clean it off. And periodically, you know, when it gets dirty, there will be deposits on here, and they say you kind of bring like a pad, a bristle pad, and clean them off. Yeah, you have to do that every once in a while. You have to maintain it. But supposedly it's not too bad. It's supposed to be pretty easy. All right, so I'm screwing on the second filter. And this big Berkey, it has two. So it actually has 4 holes. And so you can put 4 filters on here, and you'll get a better flow rate, of course, because there's more filters and more holes that the water would be passing through. But it just comes standard with 2. And so let's see if you can see that. So there's 2 filters and there's 2 plugs. You might be able to see it easier this way. These are the plugs, the white things, and the black things are the filters themselves. And then basically, yeah, this goes on top of here. I'll spin that around so that the Berkey is showing. And then the lid goes on top here. Oh, and it has this rubber ring. I think this rubber ring goes on the bottom so that it grips your counter. Let's see. And that's how easy it is to assemble a Berkey. So, you know, in theory, the way it works is that you just fill this with your faucet water, your dirty water. They say that you can even, you know, take water from a lake or from a river, put it in here, and it'll filter through. So you put, I think this one holds up to 2.5 gallons. So you put, you know, your water in this top filter and just let it sit, and then the water gradually filters down into here, and then this holds like 2.5 gallons, which should be plenty for me. And then you just drink it as normal through the spout. You just turn it on, turn it off. So that's the BIG Berkey that I recently purchased. And I don't know if you can buy these in stores. I just bought it online. That's the easiest way that I found it. But it's supposed to have a very good filtering capability, purification capability. You can use everything from faucet water to lake water. The other thing is that it's portable. And so, you know, if you do want to take it somewhere, for example, if you're going camping, you just take it like that, and then you just pack it away. And I think they actually do sell containers to pack this in. So it would be this tall. Just pack it away, take it out to the campsite, unpack it, and then you can purify water right out of the river. I'm going to use it mainly at home. but we'll see. All right, so that's the Big Berkey.